Hey guys, it's Carly and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing a Tik Tok Oreo Blondie bar recipe. I'm going to be linking the TikTok down below instead of playing it on the screen in case it has copyrighted music, but you can definitely go check that out to see the original recipe. Okay, so I've preset my oven to 350 degrees. When it's time to bake, it will be about 35 to 40 minutes long, depending on your oven and your pan, etc. So the first thing that we're gonna put into our mix is some vanilla cake mix. I'm technically using the yellow cake mix, but any of them work. Okay, now that I got my cake mix in, I'm going to be adding 2 eggs. And then once you have your eggs in, you're going to add about half a cup of oil. Honestly, this recipe starts out super similar to just making regular cake, but I'm excited to see how it becomes more of a blondie bar. I think you do use a little less oil and 1 less egg, but we'll see. So now that I have my cake mix, eggs, and oil in here, I'm going to mix them all together to create a regular batter. I just finished mixing it and this is what it's looking like. It's actually a lot thicker than regular cake batter. It definitely feels more like a cookie batter, which is what we want for blondie bars. So one of the things that makes this recipe really fun is that there are crushed up Oreos in it. So I got these golden Oreos from the store. You can use the regular size, but I got the mini ones. And I'm just gonna put them in a 1/4 gallon Ziploc baggie and crush them up a little bit. I think you could put as many in as you want to. The girls who made the video originally made it seem like they just had kind of the same ratio that you would have with chocolate chips and chocolate chip cookies. So I'm just gonna pour in some Oreos and then see how much I'll end up using. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm going to open my baggie and pour them in. A lot of the frosting got caught on the sides of the bag, but I think that's okay because it's really the cookie part that you'll be able to taste when it's in the blondie bar. And now I'm just going to mix them all together again. It definitely smells really good. The girls who made the TikTok that I'm going off of put in rainbow sprinkles, which I think is super fun. Unfortunately, I don't have rainbow sprinkles, so I'm going to be using these glitter gold sprinkles, which I think will be super pretty and complement the yellow batter. So I'm just going to sprinkle in some of those, and I'm going to mix it once more. So now that I'm done mixing all of my ingredients together, I'm going to be getting a pan. I'm pretty sure this is an 8x8. It's just a normal metal pan, and I'm going to spray some cooking spray on it. Now that I've sprayed my pan, I'm going to get my batter and start to move it into my pan. Again, this batter is really thick, so you're going to want to have a good spatula or a super strong metal spoon to scoop it in. Now that I have my batter in my pan, I'm just going to spread it around so that it's equal on all sides. Okay, so I just finished spreading it around. In the video, they showed a few more crushed up Oreos being put on top of the mix for a crunchy coating. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to repeat the steps from before, putting some Oreos into the Ziploc bag, crushing them, and then sprinkling them on top. Now that my Oreos are pretty crushed, I'm going to use my hands this time to sprinkle them all over the top of the batter. Okay, so I just washed my hands and I'm going to show you it close up because it looks so good. Here is the pan with the Oreos on it. They're not fully sticking to the batter, but they'll be really good once baked. And you can't see them that well, but I'm going to add some more of these glitter gold sprinkles just to top it off and give it some extra pizzazz. Like I was talking about earlier, I preset my oven to 350 degrees, and since my batter is all done, I'm going to stick it in for 35 to 40 minutes. 45 minutes have passed and I'm ready to take out the Blondie bars. This is them up close. They look super good. You can see the sprinkles a little better now that it's baked, and it smells amazing. Literally our whole house smells like sugar cookies and just like that classic cookie smell, and it's so good. I'm going to let them cool for a few minutes before cutting them, but I'm super excited to see how they taste. Okay, so the Blondie bars have cooled, and I have a friend here to help me taste test, and my dog who's squealing. To make this, I used cake mix, and then we put in some eggs and some oil, and then some Oreos, and that's pretty much it. It's like a cookie cake though, because there's a little less eggs and oil. I got out fancy china for us to use. There's for you, the crumpled up Blondie bar, and then this one's gonna be a little prettier. Do you want the pretty one?
Sure, part of
Okay.
the pretty one.
You can have the pretty one. It's still not that pretty, but it's a little prettier than that. Oh no, my fault! Good? Mm-hmm. It's very sweet. I like it. Just gives me like coffee cake vibes, sort of.
The vanilla is very strong.
I think there's like vanilla frosting. Because there's Oreos in the cake mix too, but I think it like dissolved maybe. Definitely works, definitely tastes good, and it definitely looks really good. If you want to see more Cooking with Carly videos, make sure to subscribe. Also comment down below if you have any other requests for me to cook.
And don't forget to hit that like button.